Now they say, using or even if it was like working out, to excess, or if you play video games to excess, if you spend to excess, those things are a symptom of an underlying issue. Is the idea. For me, I've thought of it like confidence or something along that line. A lack of confidence, a lack of what have you. Do you think that there's maybe an underlying issue that drinking caused you to go broke, but what was the reason as to why you felt like you needed to pay for all those extravagant dinners if you couldn't afford it? What was it?
Yeah, I was actually, I just brought this to light with myself like a week ago. I was talking to someone about this, and kind of growing up. So when I was a kid, so I have an older brother, a younger sister, and we were all just going to go to public school like normal kids. And then the first week of kindergarten, my brother cried every day and like ran back to my mom for the whole first week. And she's like, I'm not doing this with two more kids, like just crying and like forcing them to school. So we got homeschooled to start, which is like not bad when you're that age, but like looking back, you're like, I don't have any friends. So I lived on a dead end street where the only two kids were this kid that was like a giant NASCAR fan, and the other kid was a Jehovah's Witness that were my age. So like not much to pick from. And so I was homeschooled.
No friends.
I was homeschooled until third grade, and then in third grade, my dad got this job at a Montessori school, being the outward bound teacher. So we did like the like rock climbing and outdoor events and stuff like that, like hands-on learning. And so we got to go there for free. I went there it was a year-round school. I went there until the middle of fourth grade, and then went to online school the last half of fourth grade, which is super easy to cheat on. And then started public school in fifth grade. So like, going into public school in fifth grade, I was a sheltered kid. My parents like took me to church until I was like 11. Like I wasn't allowed to listen to like any curse words on my music. Like I literally had to have Miguel smuggle music onto my iPod. It was literally labeled track 1 by artist, but it was really Move Bitch by Ludacris.
Yeah.
So like that was the lifestyle that I was used to. And then I went to public school, and like all these kids have been in the same class since first grade or kindergarten or even pre-K. So you're talking about kids that have been friends for 6 years already at a very impressionable age, and I'm the new kid, right? So I'm trying to make friends in fifth grade, but then you only have that 1 year, the school year ends, and then everybody splits off into different middle schools around town, private schools, charter schools, whatever it may be. So then it's a whole new starting point in middle school. And I kind of felt like all growing up, I was always part of the group, but I was the one person in the group that like if I wasn't there, nobody would really give a shit. Like I was never the one that's like, hey, this dude has to be there because it won't be fun if he's not there. Or like, hey, did somebody call Noah because like, we got to make sure he comes because like he's fun. And so granted, I was hanging out with like the wrong people. It wasn't the best groups. It was like, trying to fit in with the popular kids. But I kind of feel like that led to like, all right, well, I'm good at sports, but, I don't have all the friends that come with the sports. And then I got to high school and it was 3,000 kids instead of, 800 kids in middle school. And I'm like, all right, well, I definitely have to make some friends here. Played sports there. Was everybody's friend at school, but was still never the one that was like, hey, we got to call this dude to come through. So that kind of led to like me having the, mental challenge of like, are these people actually my friends? Or are they just nice to me at school because like we play sports together? And then if I ever did get invited to anything, I was like, well, they don't really want me there. Like it's a pity invite. So then when I went down and I was in the military, obviously you don't really have any friends going down there because you're on your own. All your friends are back home. And it's in, I'm in North Carolina where I'm from, New Hampshire. So like not even close to have somebody come visit. So I get this friend group in Wilmington and I'm just like, these people were cool people. They actually liked me. I was actually friends with them. And so I just didn't want to get to the point where I was just like, yeah, Noah's not that fun. He can't hang. He can't afford to do this. He can't afford to do anything fun. He never wants to go out because he can't afford it. And even if they didn't know that I couldn't afford it, like if I just said that I didn't want to or I couldn't, then it comes across as, all right, well, this girl's boyfriend like is a douche. So I think that kind of was why I was like, I didn't want to lose that friend group. And in the end, you lose it anyway when the relationship ends. But it was kind of just like, that was the driving factor. Because I was like, I have so much fun with these people. And, they like me for me, which is, more and more rare nowadays. And that was just like, I was like, you know what? I don't want to lose this. So, what's money? I'll pay it back. eventually, you know. And I kept justifying it as, well, I don't have a bunch of student loans because I didn't go to school for 4 years at a super expensive school. So
might
like,
well get
if I
other
max out a
loans.
credit card, like, what's the big deal? It's like 1 year of student loans, you know, and then it's maxed out and I still owe it, and like now my credit score is not where it should be because I made poor choices.